What's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. It's Radio. Today we're talking about how to build the Cleric class in Dark and Darker. I'm a level 20 Cleric. I've played Cleric quite a bit now. I have a good reference. I've tried different skills and stuff, and now I'm going to tell you what I've learned from playing Cleric and what is the best to be running. So first we're going to start with the perks you should be running, then we're going to go to skills, and then we're going to go to the spells. So starting off with the perks here, we have Advanced Healer, which if you're healing your teammates, trying to keep them alive, literally just healing at all, which is what you should be doing with the Cleric. This is just going to increase your heals. So literally, why wouldn't you take that? Blunt Weapon Mastery, this is just if you want to increase your attack damage, because Cleric is only ever going to be running blunt weapons, such as the Mace and the Maul. And you would definitely want to run Mace and Shield always. But this is actually pretty good. Just more attack damage for whenever you need it. Brewmaster, it seems good, because when you go to the L, it says it gives you an additional 11 strength, and it makes you drunk for 15 seconds. It makes you drunk for 15 seconds. It doesn't actually give you that 11 strength for 15 seconds. It's shorter than the time it makes you drunk for. So that's why I don't believe running Brewmaster is worth it. Maybe if it lasted the full 15 seconds, it'd be worth it, but currently it is not, because there's better stuff, such as Kindness. Kindness, you heal your teammate, and you get 15% of that heal back towards your own health. It's actually amazing, and I wouldn't see why you wouldn't run it. It saves you consumables, so you don't have to use your bandages and your health pots as much, and you can save them for when you're in a pinch. And then Perseverance, it reduces all incoming damage by 3, which is actually quite a bit. It's pretty good. It makes you tanky. So if you want to run the tanky build, which is what I do, because if you get ran up behind by a rogue or something and he's shanking you, you got to be tanky in order to live that, right? So I run this, and I run with the heavy Templar armor. So I'm just as tanky as can be. If I die, then my teammates are without a healer. So I run tanky build so that I can stay alive for my teammates and keep them alive as well. Then we got Protection from Evil. The duration of harmful effects are reduced by negative 20%. This isn't that, it's not terrible, but it's just not better than these other ones here that I've already equipped. Requiem, resurrecting an ally, revives them with 25 HP instead of a sliver of life. It's not that great. It's cool if you're running Resurrection. If you want to, run it. But the second part of it, when reviving an ally at the altar of sacrifice, you do not need to sacrifice your own health. The health you do sacrifice for reviving your teammate at an altar isn't even that much. So that literally doesn't matter. And honestly, I would never run Requiem over these other ones. It's just not good enough. And then Undead Slaying, it increases your physical damage bonus by 20% when attacking undead monsters. This is the only other perk I would run. I would switch this one out with like the Blunt Weapon Mastery if it was me personally, or you can switch it out with whatever you want here, but I would say switch it out with this. These are the only two you would want to really swap out. These other three, not worth running at all. Moving on to the skills. So I run Holy Purification. This is a lot better than it even sounds. It's very good, and I'm going to get into some clips of why it's so good and talk about it. And then Spell Memory. Of course, you have to run Spell Memory. That's how you cast your spells, so why wouldn't you run that? Judgment. I've tried Judgment. It's literally, you have to keep your crosshair on an enemy even as they're moving. You can't even get it off a split second, or it cancels the spell entirely. It doesn't seem like that long, but when characters are moving around, it's kind of hard to do. And you have to literally be like super close to the character to even get it off. And it doesn't do that much damage. I would personally not recommend running this one. Smite, you just do an additional 10 magic damage to all enemies you hit within 7 seconds. It's not terrible. That's just if you want to do more damage to enemies. You just do 10 more magic damage with your mace when you're hitting your enemies. It's good, but it's not as good as this, and I'm going to get into why. In the Spell Memory too, you literally will never run, because there's not enough spells and not enough spell capacity to run those, to run both. But now getting into the spells, here I have the best setup for spells, so if you just want to take this and go, do it. But I'm going to explain why I have it. First, we have Bless, Protection, and Divine Strike. These are the 3 buffs that you're going to be giving your teammates when they go into fights and stuff, to keep them alive, to give them strength and protection. This literally increases your weapon damage by 10. That's amazing, especially if you have a Barbarian or something. He's just going to go in there and chop everyone's fucking head off. That's just what it's going to be. Bless, target gains 3 strength, agility, and will. That's very good for 1 cost. It's a fucking steal, really. I actually can see that becoming 2 or 3 costs later on. So definitely run that. Protection creates a shield that blocks 20 physical damage for 20 seconds. This literally just gives you blue shield pot for free. It's just 20 physical damage are going to be blocked, so why wouldn't you run it? It's great. And then the heals always run no matter what, because that's the whole point of the Cleric. These heals are amazing. They're the best spells in the game for Cleric for sure. If you're not running these, I mean, why are you playing Cleric? So for the ones that we're not running, which is the Cleanse, remove all harmful magic effects, honestly, you're not going to be able to use this near as much as these, and it's not going to be near as helpful, because you're not going to be removing that many harmful effects. There's not that many. And to be fair, you're probably not even going to have to do that anyway. Binds the target for 0.75 seconds. For 3 cost, this is not good. I think the Bind and the Bless should be switched for cost-wise, because the Bind does, I mean, for 0.75 seconds, that's not a lot. I don't see this being near as useful as these other ones. And then if you do want to run something else, and you want to run Resurrection, you can run this if you can get the 15 spell capacity. This is good. But even with 15 spell capacity, me personally, I wouldn't run it, because the other buffs are just too good to be running, because you only get 1 Resurrection. You might be able to get this Resurrection back from like 3 campfires. You'd have to sit at like 3 different campfires to even get the Resurrection back if you resurrected your teammate once. And this is for when your teammate dies. These other buffs are trying to keep your teammates alive in the first place. So this is what I would run no matter what. If you want Resurrection, go for it. You can have it. It's good, but it's just not as good as this build. That'll be it for this part. I'm going to get into some other stuff now. Alright, so now I'm going to go over Holy Purification and why I believe it is so good. I'm going to show some clips of it in action and just explain why I believe it's better in these other skills. Alright, so here it is in action. If you have any like really annoying mobs, such as the little spiders or the little flying skull bats, this ability will literally one-shot all of them in an area around you. It has quite a decent range. You said it'd be close enough, but it makes fighting spiders and the skulls so much easier. Just literally one-shots all of them. It's really nice. It's satisfying and makes it super easy to clear PvE. But it's also good against skeletons and literally any other enemy in the game. It hurts any enemies in the game because everything is undead. Here you can see I'm just going to kill all 4 of these skeletons just like that. It makes it super easy to clear PvE. If you don't really care about clearing PvE, you can run Smite over this. Smite is still a good skill, but I personally like this one because it just makes clearing all the PvE so much easier and so much faster. Me personally, I think this is the best skill to run as a Cleric, but Smite's good too if you want to run Smite. Also, I just thought I should mention this real quick, that if you're playing Cleric, you always want to try to keep a campfire on you. Campfires are super important for Clerics, because if you use all your spells, campfires will give those spells back to you. Just a little tip, campfires do give your spells back when you play Cleric, so always keep that in mind and try to keep a campfire on you at all times. Also, another real quick tip for when you're playing Cleric, this is another important one. Instead of running the magic staff, run the spellbook. The spellbook casts spells at a quicker speed, and you don't have to worry about hitting your staff against the wall. You can still hit your hand against the wall when you cast spells, so keep that in mind. But you're not going to be hitting your hand against walls near as much as you would be hitting the staff. But the main reason you want to run spellbook is just because you get faster move speed, so you run around quicker, and you can cast spells faster. Trust me, just try it out for yourself and you'll see what I mean. Alright guys, that's going to be it for this video. I do hope this helped you out and helped you build your Cleric. If it did help you, please drop a like and subscribe. It really means a lot to me, and I thank you so much for that. More Dark and Darker videos coming soon. Playtest is ending soon though, so I won't be able to make too many videos, but I do plan on making Dark and Darker videos from this playtest and into the next ones. So please subscribe if you want some more Dark and Darker content. Thank you for watching. Have a good one, and peace out.